Welcome back. I hope everyone is having a happy holiday season. This is our annual tradition that we do at the end of every year. We're going to list out the top 10 clowns of the year. Number 10, Sandwich Man. I don't know if you remember this story. When Donald Trump took office, he directed ICE to start rounding up illegal immigrants and deporting them out of the country. In Washington, D.C., a group of law enforcement officers were gathering outside a Subway restaurant. A man in a pink shirt got frustrated and did this. The man was charged with misdemeanor assault with a deadly sandwich. What was this guy thinking? Why would he waste a perfectly good Subway sandwich? This guy is a clown. Of course you cannot assault law enforcement officers. This guy should go straight to jail. Just last month, the man ended up in court, and the DC jury actually found him not guilty.
I am so happy that justice prevails in spite of everything happening. And that night, I believe that I was protecting the rights of immigrants. And let us not forget that the Great Seal of the United States says e pluribus unum. That means from many, one. Every life matters, no matter where you came from, no matter how you got here, no matter how you identify. You have the right to live a life that is free. Thank you.
Sean, what does that have to do with throwing a sandwich, though?
Sandwich Man is now free. And before we all complain about the crazy liberal DC juries, I think they actually got this one right. Because when the officer took the stand to testify, he started to describe his traumatic experience. He said the sandwich exploded all over my uniform. He said he could smell the onions and the mustard. Well, let's go back to the video. We see the sandwich getting thrown. It hits the officer, but wait a minute. It looks to me like the sandwich was still in the wrapper. It is clearly not exploding on his uniform. And for that matter, if the sandwich is still in the wrapper, how does he even know if there's mustard on it? This officer was lying on the witness stand about the sandwich. And of course, the defense attorney destroyed him on cross-examination. Why did this law enforcement officer have to lie? This was such a clear case of assault. He destroyed the entire case by lying on the witness stand. And for that reason, this DC ICE agent is my number 9 clown of the year. Zohran Mandami recently won the election to become the mayor of New York City. He is a self-proclaimed democratic socialist. But in my opinion, if you look at his policies, he's a communist. This is what he ran on. He promised to raise everyone's taxes, and then he was going to use the money to open government-run grocery stores. It hurts my brain to even say that. Raising taxes is bad enough, but he is raising taxes to use the money in one of the most stupid ways possible. If you think of any government agency that you deal with, is it pleasant? No. Is that really where you want to go to get your food? Mandami is a clown, and I cannot understand why the people of New York voted for him. What is wrong with them? For those of you who have not been following the story of Brigitte Macron, Candace Owens has been doing a series of videos exposing compelling evidence that Brigitte Macron, who's married to the president of France, is actually a biological man. The Macrons have been furious and filed a defamation lawsuit against Candace Owens. Just right there, this is clownish behavior. Why is a foreign head of state suing an American journalist? That's ridiculous. But it gets even worse, because over Thanksgiving, Candace Owens received credible information that the Macrons had paid $1.5 million to order an assassination attempt against her. Whether you like Candace Owens or not, you have to admit that this is unacceptable. We have already had too many assassinations this year. And I'm not a lawyer, but there has to be some sort of rule against this in civil lawsuits. If you are suing someone, I don't think you are allowed to assassinate the other party. Can someone confirm that? Someone who knows the law, can you comment down below and just confirm that it's against the rules? I think that Candace should go talk to the judge in this case, because there has to be some kind of sanctions or something for this behavior. And I just have to say, in my opinion, this obviously looks like a man in a dress. I don't even know where to begin with this one. This year we saw the remake of Snow White, played by a Latina actress, Rachel Zegler. Here she is giving press for the movie.
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
She makes fun of the original and describes the prince as a stalker. Am I the only person who cringes when they see this interview? It seems like Disney's new business model is to take classic movies and remake them super woke. Let us take a look and see how this is working out for them. Here's a chart of Disney stock. No one wants to see this garbage. The estimated losses for Snow White were $145 million. As I like to say, go woke, go broke. Jerome Powell's days are numbered, and thank goodness, because he is such a clown. His last day as chair of the Federal Reserve is May 15th, 2026. We are 3 months away. I have criticized him a lot on this channel, from his mismanagement of the $2.5 billion Federal Reserve building renovations, to his bad policy decisions that hurt ordinary Americans and benefit his friends on Wall Street. And I'm not the only person who does not like him. Listen to Donald Trump just a few weeks ago talking to his Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent about how he feels about Jerome Powell.
Mortgage rates are down despite the Fed. Scott, you got to work in this guy. He's got some real mental problems. And he's something wrong with him. It's just sweet. I'll be honest, I'd love to fire his ass. You got to work on him, Scott. The only thing Scott's blowing it on is the Fed. Because the Fed, the rates are too high, Scott. And if you don't get it fixed fast, I'm going to fire your ass.
Trump wants to fire Jerome Powell. It is so bad that he's threatening to fire Scott Bessent too. For all his blunders, I have made Jerome Powell my number 5 clown of the year. And since we are talking about Scott Bessent, he's actually my number 4 clown of the year. He's an even bigger clown than Jerome Powell. Now, a lot of you may be surprised by this ranking, but hear me out. I know that most people in the financial world have been singing Scott Bessent's praises. In Trump's first year back in office, Scott Bessent has had some amazing victories, including raising hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs. His financial management has been so successful that Trump has been talking about sending Americans refund checks.
Just on the rebate checks, sir, how soon could Americans see those checks? Will that be in time for Christmas, holiday shopping?
No, not for this year. It'll be next year sometime.
Do you have a time frame?
No,
How many months?
sometime during the year, next year. It's a lot of money, but we've taken in a lot of money from tariffs. The tariffs allow us to give a dividend if we want to do that. Now, we're going to do a dividend, and we're also going to be reducing debt. We have, because of Biden and others, we have $37 trillion in debt. So we're going to be doing a dividend, which people will enjoy and spend and do what they want. But we're also going to be reducing debt very substantially.
What if the Supreme Court rules against you, sir? Is there
Well,
any
then
plan
I'd have to do something else.
So everyone thinks that Scott Bessent is this amazing Treasury Secretary. Let me tell you why I am not impressed. Where is the audit of the gold at Fort Knox. None of the other things matter if there is no gold at Fort Knox. They say it is all there. Well, if it is all there, why can't we see it? Why can't they live stream it so we can all go in and see the gold at Fort Knox? I'm not going to let this go because we were promised this was going to happen. Roll the tape.
We're actually going to Fort Knox because I want to see, do we have the gold? Do we still have whatever it is, tons of gold? I hope we do. Wouldn't that be disappointing? Fort Knox. You grow up hearing about Fort Knox. You can't get in. You can't even see it. Nobody sees it. You go there and the place is dry. Would that be terrible?
Trump makes a good point. Where is all the gold? This is Scott Bessent's responsibility. Why does he keep refusing to do an audit of the gold at Fort Knox? Hasan Piker is the #1 political streamer on the left, and he is a clown.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
What's happening?
Like, we fucking totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We fucking did. In a video game.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
This is who the left listens to. And people wonder why the left is so crazy and violent.
Teslas are being torched across the country. Dealerships shot up and set on fire. Spray paint to vandalize and make a statement. People in Southern California are getting notes on their Teslas, calling them complicit Nazis for owning electric cars.
I do not think it is a coincidence that the people setting Tesla dealerships on fire are also listening to Hasan Piker. His latest controversy is that he has allegedly been shocking his dog. Now I have to black out this video clip because I cannot show animal abuse on my channel. This is Hasan Piker using a shock collar on his dog during his live stream.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
This makes me so angry. You guys know that I love dogs. I cannot even describe how furious I am. This guy allegedly is forcing his dog to sit in one spot so that he can look good on camera while he live streams for hours. And if the dog moves an inch, he gets a shock. This is diabolical. Now, I'm not completely against shock collars. For instance, rattlesnake training uses shock collars. You shock a dog to train them not to go after rattlesnakes. That is an appropriate use of a shock collar. Using a shock collar around the house to make your dog a better prop for your live stream is animal abuse, in my opinion. And that makes Hasan Piker my #3 clown of the year. There is a long list of reasons why Gavin Newsom is a clown. As the governor of California, he has completely destroyed that state. But I will give you just one example. Many of you may have forgotten, but the Los Angeles fires happened in January of this year and completely destroyed large sections of the city. It looks like it is still a disaster zone. How does it look like that a year later? So not only did Gavin Newsom fail to do proper fire prevention in his state, not only was the emergency response from their woke fire chief inadequate, not only did they run out of water, now we are a year later and people are still waiting to start rebuilding. It was reported last month that out of the 7,000 homes that were destroyed in the Pacific Palisades fire, only 340 projects are currently under construction. That is 5%. 5% are starting to rebuild. The first home was completed last month. I will repeat, The first home was just completed a year later. Not only that, it turns out that the permit for that first house was submitted before the fire in November 2024. So this first house hasn't even technically been rebuilt since the fire. I don't understand what is taking so long. There used to be a TV show called Extreme Makeover Home Edition. They used to build a house in a week. I know that rebuilding Los Angeles can be done faster than this, and I am now realizing that Trump tried to warn us. He told us that the Democrats' bureaucracy was going to stop people from getting permits.
Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important thing is for people
time.
to be safe.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and they say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit. And the permit's going to take them, everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
That was last night.
And that was last night. On that.
It turns out that Donald Trump knows a lot about building and permits. Why didn't we listen to him? There is no reason that Los Angeles should still be in ruins today, other than the fact that Gavin Newsom is a clown. And the #1 clown of the year is Turning Point. Now, I have done a couple of videos on Turning Point's IRS filings, but I will give you an even bigger reason. The employees at Turning Point keep lying about what happened the day that Charlie Kirk was murdered, and I will give you just one quick example. I'm going to show you 2 different video clips, and I want you to put your detective hats on. Can you determine the lie between these 2 videos? The first video is a recent interview of Turning Point's chief of security.
I spent thousands of dollars on drones last year and got the guy's license. But if the area lies in the Provo, Utah airspace, I can't fly it. That's a 107B. We can't break the rules, right? And then you had secondary restrictions, probably due to heavy foot traffic for the school. But I can't go in and break the rules. There's laws for a reason. And so now the school could have flown drones, the PD, but they didn't have them, right? But Orem PD has a drone unit, active and professional, and that police department, I will tell you right now, is awesome. They get it. They were there, they helped both on the soft side and the hard side. And so I started asking questions like, do you guys have a drone unit? Yeah, good. Do you have an MOU or a mutual aid agreement with the school? And they're like, yeah. I said, did they call you and ask for assistance? No. I'm like, why wouldn't you call?
Here's an interview with Frank Turek, who was also there that day.
So we're driving in, Megan, and his team has drones up looking at the crowd from above, and they text him some video. And there's thousands of people there an hour before the start. And I said, Charlie, I don't like this place. There's too many buildings.
So was there drones or wasn't there drones? I have a feeling that someone is lying. It sounds to me like a cover-up. All of the lies coming out of the people at Turning Point makes them my #1 clown of the year. I know it can be really depressing to hear about this long list of really awful things, so I wanted to leave you with a bonus. Sometimes kids can say some really smart things, and I wanted you to listen to this young man because he really puts things into perspective.
Just because, Mom,
No, this is not a movie.
He could do it. If he could do it.
This isn't a movie.
He believed in himself. And you can too.
Oh man, you gonna put it on me like that?
you can do anything that you want. You can get singing lessons, get a better job, make more money. You could be even like rich. You could live in the White House someday. You could be president.
Me?
Do what you want to do.
You're
it's
amazing.
not about up. It's not up to other people.
It's true.
It's up to you.
It's true. I love you.
I agree with this guy. Forget the clowns. You can do anything. Now I want to hear from you. If I missed any clowns that should be on this list, let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. If you want to support independent journalism like this channel, consider signing up for a membership on my website, wolvesandfinance.com. For $6 a month, your support helps me to keep making these videos. Thank you to everyone who has signed up. I'm Zach from Wolves and Finance. Thank you for watching.